That's right, it's time for the Inquisition. Not the Spanish Inquisition, but the Hammerhead Inquisition. So let me turn here into the vault. Whoa. Our question here today is, how can a parent find the balance between travel sport leagues and church life?
Oh, man, yeah. Wow, well, this is a question I've been asked a lot over the last decade or so. And I would just say this, that you have to be wise as a parent and figure this out. I had to deal with this with all of my children.
Right.
The boys with baseball and then volleyball. For the girls, for the girl.
Singular.
I'm not hiding any children out there. For the Hammerheads, we don't want to start any rumors here.
No rumors here. Singular girl.
COVID came in one sense, and my boys were possibly maybe thinking, about some travel baseball. They'd been asked for a number of years kind of to do that, and they'd reached an age where there wasn't much left unless you were going to do that. But they never they understood that, okay, well, I have to be here on Sunday and preach, right? So
right.
It's a little bit different. But I think they weren't really so interested in doing that if it meant, being away every weekend and missing church, and not because I said, hey, you have to be here. Mm-hmm. So it's something we thought about, talked about. I mean, I remember one time having, one of my sons, they didn't normally have games on Wednesday, and I was one of the assistant coaches. But, it had rain outs, and so they did have a game on Wednesday, and I kind of let him, he was supposed to be the starting pitcher too. And, I had to be here to teach on Wednesday night, and I let him, let him make the decision, and he wanted to go, so he went, and then they'd had another rain out, and same thing, and I assumed he was going to go, and he actually surprised me. Nah, I don't want to miss my class at church,
Yeah.
So that was a decision he made, but I think, for parents, I think, first of all, your child's not going to make a decision to say, hey, I want to make sure I really want to be at church, unless it's already been cultivated in them to be at church.
Yeah, that's a priority
so
that we like.
Right. And I think the other thing is that as a parent, you have to decide, I mean, what do you want? What do you want your child to get or to gain? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If your child, if they do a ton of travel sports, and and so they miss however many, but let's just say it's at least 6 times a year, maybe more, right? That they miss church or whatever for that. Well, okay. Whatever that sport is and all that they're getting from it, that's what they're going to get with that sport and what that time can give them. If they're in church hearing God's truth, they're going to get what God's truth can give them, right? So you just have to decide,
right?
What's more important.
Yeah, it's a value. It's a value question.
Yeah, and I don't think it doesn't always have to be all or nothing. But I do think, and there are leagues and there are teams and things out there where they appreciate church and try not to schedule things on Sundays. So I think there's some things you can work around. But again, I think you just have to, you just have to weigh those things, because you only have one shot at raising children, and it's a short shot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by the time you know anything about parenting, you're out of a job.
Right.
So you don't have long. And so, you have to make those decisions. But I think that if you don't instill in them, the importance of being together in church, worshiping, it's a problem. I mean, but we have, today we live in a time where there are a lot of, professing believers who just, for no reason, I have a little bit of a headache, whatever, we'll keep the family home and watch it on TV, whatever.
Right.
And that's not, or watch it, the live stream. And on occasion that's going to happen, perhaps because somebody's sick or this or that, right? But it happens far more often than it should.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the things when the kids get to be 13, 14, 15, and these moms and dads, I see it all the time because I've got children that are old enough now. We've had a lot of friends, acquaintances who had children and decided on some other things for them, and their children get to be 13, 14, 15 years old and so forth, and they begin to make decisions in life and do things, and their parents are like, how can this be? We're Christian parents. We took them to church. It's like, well, yeah, except for the 12 weeks that, you were at the baseball tournaments and soccer tournaments and this and that, and you weren't in church.
Yeah.
Remember how you did that for 5 or 6 years? Well, guess what? That's what you're now seeing in your child. But a lot of times, they'll see these behaviors and they never they
make the connection.
No, they don't make a connection.
Right.
They have no idea. And they should. So I think.
Well, it's not their fault.
Right. And I think the thing too is, the reality is, if your child is good at whatever sport they're good at, they're going to be able to go to college and play that sport and be as good as they would be even if they weren't in all these travel leagues. There are other ways for them to play, and
right.
And especially like if they're a pitcher in baseball, it's even better.
Yeah,
less
right.
wear and tear on the arm.
Yeah, that's right.
They won't get Tommy John at 13. Maybe they can hold out until they're 18.
Yeah, Tommy John at 13.
But anyway,
so there you go.
So, yeah, and I know some people are going to say, well, you're a pastor, and that's why you're saying that. Really? Okay, well, I think Hebrews, don't forsake the assembling of yourselves together, is written to all believers.
Yeah, not just pastors. Right.
So I just think, again, the seriousness with which you take assembling together on the Lord's Day is the seriousness with which your children will.
Yeah.
So those are just things you have to decide.
Yeah, I think there's no better way to put it.
Yeah.
So that brings us to a close. We will see you in 168 hours.